Good morning guys. Ito ngayon si Congressman Barbers at mayroon pong press release at mayroon siyang statement po regarding sa yung binubuo nilang TRICOM na parang regulatory sa mga vloggers daw na mga nagpapalaganap ng fake news. So ito guys, ating pakinggan po yung press release po ni Kong Barbers.
Itong investigation na gagawin ng TRICOM, ang layunin nito ay magkaroon ng panukalang batas na magkaroon ng regulatory framework, yung paggamit ng social media. Wala po tayong pinipigilang gumamit ng social media. Anybody can express what they want to say, they say what they want to express and vice versa. Wala pong curtailment of the freedom of expression and speech. Ang gusto lamang natin, dahil po yung gumagamit po ng airspace, so to speak, yung sinasabing digital space, dapat maging responsable ka rin. Kagaya ninyo, mga media personalities and journalists, kayo ay nasasakop kayo, napapailalim kayo sa KBP. Hindi kayo pwedeng gumawa ng kwento, ng storya na wala kayong basihan. At kung meron man kayong storyang ilalabas, ito yung kinukuha nyo yung magkabilang panig. That is the normal and the logical practice. And that's what you call responsible journalism. I think dapat meron din tayong responsible blogging. Di ba? Hindi naman pwede magkalat tayo ng fake news. Para lang ikasira na and over a consideration, ano yung consideration? May kumikita di ba? Pag-vlog, alam natin na mo-monetize yun, di ba? Lalo na yung may nagpupondo sa kanila, and we were given the information na may nagpupondong mga sindikato sa Pogo at saka sindikato ng droga na mula sa China. Oo, kasi syempre, they're only after the engagements. The more engagements they get, the bigger the money that they make. Kaya yun ang Ang ating layunin nga ay magkaroon ng disiplina. Hindi naman pwede yung araw-araw, pagbukas mo ng social media, may nagmumura. Hindi naman siguro natin gustong madinig ng ating mga anak at mga apo yan. That's why we want to regulate and perhaps even discipline. Itong mga gustong maging vloggers. Inyong napanood
Pakinggan na naman natin guys yung sagot po ni Attorney Topacio patungkol po sa TRICOM na binubuo ngayon ng Quadcom. Ito si isang batikang abogado na si Attorney Topacio at yung regarding nga sa binubuong TRICOM para sa ewan ko kung hindi wala natin kung tungkol daw sa mga vloggers ito. Pakinggan pa natin si Attorney Topacio.
Sa alternate universe, hindi pwedeng puro Google. Hindi pwedeng puro Google. Ubusin mo na naman yung pera ng gobyerno. Maglalagay ka na naman ng batas na useless. Na pagdating sa Korte Suprema, i-strike down for being unconstitutional. Dinefine mo yung EJK, nakakatuwa ka. Nagsayang sila. Pinakain pa kami ng katakot na Jollibee ron. Wala naman nangyari. Ang batas mo kabote. Kasi nga, sa Google nag-aral ng batas. Some members of Congress that you cannot abuse your rights and privileges without encountering pushback. Ito ikwento ko lang. Ngayon, umpisahan nila yung TRICOM hearing. Oh my gosh! On guidelines daw. On fake news. Kasi, get this. Kaya nilang ginawa yung TRICOM na yun dahil may mga fake news daw na targeted against members of the Quadcom. Unang-una, kung alam mo ang iyong konstitusyon, you cannot do that. You cannot start legislation for the benefit of a particular class of people. That is class legislation that is prohibited under the Constitution. Hindi pwedeng gagawa kami ng batas para sa amin lang. That's unallowable class legislation. Gagawa ka ng batas, mag-iimbestiga ka dahil kinikriticize ang Quadcom. Saang planeta na naman pwede yan? Baka sa alternate universe. Hindi po pwede yun. If you make make legislation unless merong class legislation but make criteria. You cannot make legislation just to benefit a particular set of people. Bakit i-concentrate mo sa criticism sa Quadcom? Meron bang kailangang batas pa? Meron na po tayong, we have the strictest libel law in the entire globe. In the entire world, tayo po ang pinakamahigpit na libel law. Isa tayo sa very few countries na criminalized pa ang libel. Meron pa tayong cyber libel. Meron pa tayong civil action under the civil code for defamation, fraud, and physical injuries kung pwedeng humingi ka ng danyos for civil libel ang tawag doon. Ano pang kailangan mong batas? Bago sasabihin nila, tatawagin daw nila yung mga representatives sa social media platforms, TikTok, X, Meta, di ba? Titignan nila kung anong guidelines against criticism ng Quadcom. That is prior restraint that is also prohibited under the Constitution. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, kung ikaw ay mambabatas, magpasa ka naman ng batas o magpaturo ka ng batas sa nakakaintindi sa batas. Hindi pwedeng puro Google. Hindi pwedeng puro Google. Mahirap po ang batas. Kaya nga 4 na taon namin pinag-aaralan yun. Yung iba may bumabagsak pa nga eh. Uulit-ulit. That is an abomination in a democratic government. Censorship. Kaya nga wala na yung Board of Censors, di ba? That is prior restraint. Hindi po pwedeng gawin yun. Ngayon, uubusin mo na naman yung pera ng gobyerno. Paglalagay ka na naman ng batas na useless, na pagdating sa Korte Suprema, i-strike down for being unconstitutional. Yung EJK nila, anong lumabas? Gumawa sila ng bill against EJK, hindi na naintindihan. Lahat ng dealing ay EJK, basta hindi in-order ng court. Didefine mo yung EJK, nakakatawa ka. Sinabi mo, pag government official, ay dapat life imprisonment kung EJK, nasa batas na eh. Pagka ikaw ay public official, ikaw ay nagpapatay, qualified na, life imprisonment na. Sinasabi nila pag may reward system, life imprisonment, price, reward, or promise qualifies a killing to murder. Life imprisonment na yun, even without that bill. See? Nagsayang sila. Pinakain pa kami ng katakot-takot sa Jollibee ron. Wala naman nangyari. Ang batas mo, kamote. Kakatawa yung batas na yun. Pisahin nyo. There is nothing in the bill. Hindi pa pala batas. Sabi ko, they cannot keep abusing this. Someone has to stand up. Inutil ang Integrated Bar of the Philippines, ay kumilos. Yung Integrated Bar, naging all boys club na yan, party-party. At nag-recommenda para sa judiciary. Ay nako, ito ang ilang beses na nasisita na Supreme Court dyan for an ethical cut. Tinetext nila yung resource person. They should not do that. Hindi pwede yung nagtitext, yung communicate katulad ng ginagawa nila kay Grijaldo. Because you're polluting the witness. You should not do that. Talagang brazen eh. You know why? Because the present leadership of the House has cultivated a culture of impunity. Lahat pwede na.
Para malito rin sa
ginugulo eh. Bago magagalit ka pagka sinasabihan ng abogado na huwag sumagot, karapatan po yun eh. Are you arguing against a constitutional right? Di mag-constitutional convention ka o constitutional commission o whatever, di ba? At tanggalin mo yung provision sa Bill of Rights ng right to counsel sa legislative inquiries. Tapos, but as long as that provision is standing there, every lawyer should defend that provision. When you read something in media, that is hearsay according to the Supreme Court, not according to me. So lahat po yan, spekulasyon lang. Parang yung pinapaspekulate ko na baka ito ay ginagamit to divert the attention of the people from the defective budget. Ayoko mag-speculate. In the same manner, huwag sila mag-speculate. Sinabi nyo, binahuli kayo, you think he's a spy, we filed the case in court, let's go to court. Ang hirap dito sa administrasyon ito, puro trial by publicity. Yung mga tao doon sa Quadcom, pinademanda nila, hindi pa dinidemanda void na yung birth certificate ni Alice Guo. Human trafficker na yung kliyente ko. Hindi pwedeng ganon. Due process and fair play. Pumunta ka sa korte, may rules of evidence doon. Eto bang sinasabi mong ganito ay may ebidensya ka. Anong ebidensya mo? Amin ang dokumento, amin ang witness. Pasumpain mo para pagka napatunayan hindi tama yung sinasabi. Perjury ang charge sa kanya. That is how these things are done, hindi sa media. Otherwise, kung ano na lang trending, yun na lang ang guilty.
Okay, sir. Attorney, I wanted to pick your brain a little bit, kasi...
Meron ka bang mapitik?
Because, as your self-driving endeavor for yourself, for your company that focuses on autonomous self-driving, it's a remote area and we'd rather focus on city streets and roads, di ba?
That is precisely what is the definition of espionage. Dapat pumasok ka.
No, sir. Attorney, actually, my question.
No.
My question is, why would you, if you're a staff contracted by a company that supposedly specializes in self-driving, autonomous driving.
Kita rin yun.
Di ba? So, why would you drive all the way up to military facilities that are designated as entry bases?
Okay. Yun ang sinasabi mo rin, speculative. Why would I speculate? Let's focus on the legal facts. What is espionage? Dapat pumasok ka sa kampo without authority at kinunan mo yung loob ng kampo at itinransmit mo to representatives of a foreign government. Pinasok ba niya? Imposible makapasok ang isang Chinese doon, isang ordinaryong tao. Yung gobyerno doon nga hindi pwedeng pumasok doon siya pa. Yung labas, ilabas yun Anyone can take a picture of that. If it's along the road, I don't know why they did it, but then, whatever reason they may have is irrelevant. Did he commit espionage by doing so? Yun ang focus natin. As a person is not a spy unless he committed espionage. And the term is defined under the law with certain specific elements. Without those elements, you cannot call him a spy.
But in fairness, attorney to government, they're not saying that he's a spy. He is suspected of espionage. Diba?
Yun ang implication, yun ang slant basahin natin.
You have to read closely what the government officials said. Diba? There's Mr. Deng is suspected of
Yes, ito yung sasabihin nila.
And his acts are suspect, di ba?
Yes,
I mean, by the very nature of what he supposedly did and how he was presented by government, he's visiting what is described as critical infrastructure areas, including military facilities. Hindi ba?
And that's not the only place. Ito how old are you?
I am 32, sir.
Okay. 1988 pa, nasa media na ako ni Doy Laurel. And we all know, let's not be naive. It's not what it's written. It's how it's presented. It's called the slang.
After watching this video, mag-comment lang dahil ang iyong boses at paniniwala ay mahalaga para maimulat ang katotohanan. Ito ay para sa bayan.
Represent ko, any suspected spy, ang daming spy equipment. Yung equipment is able to measure distances to the last centimeter. It was seen outside supposed critical areas. Anong tinatanim mo sa mind? Slant. Every story has a slant. We all know that. Ini-slant nila to engender a belief in the minds of the people reading it that this guy would strongly be suspected to be a spy. Yun at the time. I write for Daily Tribune and Philippine Star. I have an op-ed program. Everything has a slang. Alam naman natin yan is how you present it. Bakit hindi nila sinabing may nahuli, may equipment. The equipment could be used for spying. We will investigate. Yun ang facts. Kung gano'n sana. Ang tawag doon, slant editorializing, cherry picking. Alam lahat yan ng mga reporters. It's how you present it. And sometimes, yung report, yung copy na sinasubmit ninyo, nire-rewrite siya ng editor, doon pumapasok ang slant. Alam naman natin lahat yan. I mean, that's not real, di ba? Lahat tayo nasa media. We're all media men here, including myself.